I was not ready, okay? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. If this is your first time on my channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. How many people got puppies last year? I just want to know, like, how many people got dogs in 2020, even 2021? Like, it's crazy how many dogs like have homes now. I feel like at some point last year in 2020, like, you couldn't even find a dog. It was really, really hard. And they were price gouging for dogs, which is crazy. I don't think that I would pay over $2,000 for a puppy. That's my max. So I actually grew up with dogs in my family. I had two chihuahuas. No, I had three chihuahuas growing up. So I knew when I lived by myself that I definitely wanted a dog. My first apartment that I had, I couldn't have dogs there, which sucked. So the next place that I moved into, I could have dogs, and I was like, yes. So 2020, I actually moved in the middle of like the pandemic. So moved in, I started actually looking for Milo maybe like a month or two after I moved in. So I knew I wanted a puppy. I knew I wanted a small puppy, like a toy breed. I was looking at like Cavapoo, Cavadoodle, Maltipoos. I just knew that I wanted something small. It took me a while actually to find a breeder. This is the thing too, like a lot of people say you shouldn't buy puppies from pet stores because like usually they come from puppy mills. So if you don't know what a puppy mill is, it's a breeder, right? Like a breeder, but they basically breed the dogs at like a high rate, and they don't really care for the dogs who are both breeding the puppies, and they don't really care for the puppies themselves. So sometimes the puppies ends up getting sent to these pet stores, like these luxury pet stores, and then when they get to the owners, they either get sick or they pass away. So that's pretty much why people always say look out for where you buy your puppies and try not to get them from like a pet store. Also, I think pet stores are a little bit too expensive. Like, I think sometimes if you get them directly from the breeder, you could pay a little bit less. I don't know. That's just what I think. So I actually found Milo through a friend of mine that I went to high school with. He actually knew a girl whose family like transported puppies. That sounds so bad, by the way. That sounds horrible. And you just pay like a small transportation fee, but it was totally worth it. I mean, would I have taken the drive to Ohio or like a flight? Probably not. I don't know. Yeah, so Milo got delivered to me and he was just so tiny. He was like literally like this, and just, I don't know, he was just so happy. Like, he didn't seem scared. He wasn't like shaking or whatever. Like, when I took him, he just seemed like, oh, hey, what's up? And of course, he peed on the rug. That was like the first thing that he did. And that was like the happiest day of my life. Seriously, I cried. Did I cry that day? I just remember being so excited, like getting everything I needed for him. And I'm actually gonna make another video about exactly what you should get for your puppy prior to them coming home, and things that you're definitely gonna need to do within that first 2 weeks of having them. So that'll be for a later video. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that you are going to have to deal with getting a puppy, and those first 4 months are going to be pretty rough. You should get your puppy around like 10 weeks. I think I got Milo at 10 weeks. Some people get their puppies at 8 weeks. I was not ready, okay? I had already been watching videos on YouTube, like what to prepare for, you know, like what to set up for your puppy, like crate training, all of that, right? And I was like, I got this. I got this book, Zach George, Dog Training Revolution. I actually follow him. He's a big YouTuber. I watched like a billion of his videos, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it helped. There's also another page, Rachel Fasaro, I think is her page, but she helped a lot with like tips as well, like with crying in the crate, puppy biting, puppy teething, leash walking, which still not going great, but you know, what can I do? So yeah, I found like a lot of YouTube videos that were pretty helpful in getting me ready to take Milo in for his first week. Okay, so let's talk about that first night. So the first night that I had him, you have to kind of like introduce him if you are going to do crate training. I'm going to bring up crate training a couple times in this video just because it's something that's helped for me. I know a lot of people, oh my god, this dog. Oh, this dog. Ugh. Look. He literally just like chewed my pen. And this is why I'm making this video for you guys, just so you guys could be aware of what really happens when you have a dog. Oh my god. All right, guys. So this is Milo, by the way. I just want you guys to see the perpetrator over here, the criminal. So Milo is a Malshi. He's a Maltese and a Shih Tzu. His dad was a Maltese and his mom was a Shih Tzu. So he's a perfect little mix. I like him. He's usually a little like fluffier than this, but he just got groomed. I like him super fluffy. Just got a little haircut. Hi. He's so sweet. Milo is right now, he's like a year and a half. He turned 1 in April of this year. So it's been a journey for sure. As you can see, he's still kind of like in his puppy like biting phase a little bit. Right now, like it doesn't hurt his biting, but yo, before when he had like his sharp puppy teeth. So okay, dogs, they have like 2 pairs of teeth basically. I don't know if like all his teeth fell out. I don't know if it was like some of them. I think it was only some of them, but he had like sharp puppy teeth. So like the teeth do come out or whatever, or they pull them. So now like his biting doesn't really hurt. It's just more like annoying. He's chilling. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, right? Oh, not on the lips. So that first night with Milo, it was pretty rough. Like he was crying. Expect your dog to be crying, especially like if they were with their litter mates or they were with their mom. It's natural for them to miss their, you know, their family. I did make him comfortable with treats, everything like that. Like you want to make them feel super comfortable with you. He had so many treats. So many treats. You just want to get them comfortable. I played with him a little bit, like getting him comfortable going in and out of his crate with treats and just like rewarding him. That's the best way to train. Positive reinforcement. Your voice means a lot, like the tone of your voice. So obviously if you have more of like a high-pitched voice, like, hey, come here, Milo. Come here. All right, he's not listening to me, so that's fine. If you have more of like a monotone, like a deeper voice, that's more of like for them to know that they're either in trouble or to stop whatever they're doing. Obviously, I don't have like a really deep voice, but you know, I try. I'll be like, hey, 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 hey. I try, but he doesn't take me serious, so whatever. So yeah, that first night was really tough. He cried in his crate for, I want to say like 20 minutes maybe. It's so sad because it's such like a small like whimper. But he was crying and then I covered the crate with like a towel or like a blanket so that it was, you know, a little darker for him. And then eventually he did fall asleep. So once you get the puppy, obviously you cannot take them outside, you know, just for like a walk in the neighborhood because they're most likely not going to have all of their shots yet. So I started with wee wee pad training. So I would have to take him to the wee wee pad. I would just place him on it and he would go to the bathroom, like I would say like go potty. And if he peed on it, I would give him a little treat and then I was like, yay, potty. I'm not gonna lie, like it was pretty easy with that part, like getting him to go on the wee wee pad. Like he was pretty good with that. You gonna play? I'm shooting a video right now. This is him all the time. Like I could have company over, I could be recording a video, I could be trying to do yoga, I could be watching a TV show, anything. Like Milo wants attention. He is a big attention seeker and like he just wants to play all the time. He wants to play all the time. So that is something that you have to be prepared for if you have a puppy, especially if, you know, you do your research, obviously, on the breed, whatever type of dog you're getting. But usually, like, all puppies want to play. They're kids. So you do have to be attentive. You do have to have time. Puppies can be very time consuming and you have to make sure you have that time to tend to them. You have to make sure you have time to give them mental and physical stimulation and exercise. So having them run around, like tire them out a little bit, but also giving them mental stimulation, which would be training. And also you could do like little puzzle toys, things like that. So let's talk about the hardships of puppyhood. It's very time consuming. Fortunately, like I got him at a time where I was home for months, so I was able to give him that attention that he needed and really like train with him. And I'm not gonna say that Milo is the best trained puppy because he is not. I thought about taking him to like training classes and boot camp classes, but I just figured like me training him myself and us building that bond was better than me like sending him to some class where he listens to the instructor but then he comes home and still doesn't listen to me. I think I did pretty good with his training. He knows the basics: sit, stay, down. He knows leave it. Sometimes he knows no. He's pretty good. He has a lot of energy and he's still young. So if you're getting a puppy, you have to realize they have a lot of energy and you need to have a lot of patience. You have to have patience. Oh my God. Like, and I don't have kids, so, it might be easier for someone who already has kids, dealing with like young kids and toddlers and all that to kind of have that patience because that's kind of what it's like. It's kind of like raising, like a toddler. They're gonna try you. They're gonna try to do things for a reaction. Milo knows when he does things that he's not supposed to be doing, and he looks for a reaction from me so that we could play, so that it could turn into like a game. So like say he'll go and like grab a shoe. He doesn't really do it anymore, but shoes were like Milo's thing. So he would grab a shoe, he would like look at me and then like wait to see if I'm gonna come chase after him, and then he would start like going and running. And I'm just like, this is not a game, bro. This is not a game. Like, give me my shoe back. You have to be attentive. Another thing that you have to be prepared for is the money that you're gonna spend within that first year. You have to take your puppy to the doctor to get checked on. They have to get their shots. Their shots are gonna be weeks apart. So that's probably like the most expensive thing, like all the shots and the vaccination. So the shots, and then obviously like food, toys. Milo has like a whole basket full of toys. Some of them didn't make it into 2021. Another thing you're gonna spend money on is obviously supplies like leashes, poop bags, harness, collar. If you dress your dog up in clothes, you're gonna have to spend money on clothes. I don't dress Milo up in clothes. He has like basics, like he has like a rain jacket, and then he has like a couple sweaters for in the winter when it's cold. I don't go crazy with like putting him in clothing every single day like some of these people do. It could definitely add up when you first get your puppy. And I want to say like after that first year, they do calm down a little bit more. He is a little bit more like cuddly and snuggly, and he does listen a little bit, but he still very much has that puppy energy. And you're also gonna stop spending as much money on like toys. Like before, I used to go in like Home Goods all the time, or I used to go to like the pet store, and I would just be online like trying to find like toys for him because I wanted to keep him occupied. I wanted to keep him happy and busy. I didn't want him to be bored at home, so I was spending like a good amount of money on toys for him. So you should absolutely do your research and consider what type of breed you want, because it really does make a difference and it really does matter. Like, I think certain breeds go better with like certain family dynamics or certain like people and personalities. For me, like Milo is great because it's just me, and like, I'm younger, like I have that energy to like play with him and take him out for walks and things like that. Whereas maybe like someone who's older, they're not able to move around as much or give them that much attention or stimulation. You might want to get a different type of dog. I know that little dogs can be crazy and hyper, whereas like bigger dogs are usually like more calm and like family friendly. They don't bark as much. So definitely look into the type of dog and breed that you want. And then definitely do your research on the best ways to train your breed. Like actually do the research and find out like what they like, what they should eat, caring for them. I got this book specifically for Milo's breed, Maltese Shih Tzu. And yeah, it goes over everything: care, cost, feeding, grooming, health training. So definitely do your research. Don't just get a dog just because you are bored or you need company. Like, it's actually a big responsibility, and if you're not ready to take on that responsibility and spend the money that you need to for your dog, like, you're gonna end up being frustrated and maybe having to give the dog away. Giving the dog away isn't always a bad thing. Like, why not give the dog to a better home or somebody who can take better care of them, you know what I mean? Or give better attention to them. Dogs deserve to be in good homes just like you do, so you want to make sure you're giving your dog the best possible life that you can. Are there days when I want to give Milo away? No, maybe not, but definitely. Oh my god, look at that face. Look at that face. He's so sweet. Another thing you need to consider is who's gonna care for your dog when you go on vacations or trips, or like if you work a lot, like if you have, you know, a job that's demanding when you're outside of the house, like you don't work from home, especially during those young puppy months, like from when you get them like 8 to 10 weeks up until like 8 months. They're gonna need to go to the bathroom more often, and they're gonna need to be walked, all of that, supervised, definitely supervised. And you know, you just have to think about like, who do I have that can watch my puppy? If I don't have like friends or family, am I willing to take them to like a puppy daycare or overnight camp or something like that? So that's definitely something that you want to consider. Honestly though, like, having a dog is probably one of the most like rewarding things. Like, if you are a dog person, if you genuinely love dogs, like, it's really never a bad decision to get a dog. And if you have the time, the money, and the patience to raise a puppy, definitely get one. Like, it's I love my dog. Some of the most annoying things that you're gonna have to deal with having a puppy are gonna be accidents. They're gonna have accidents in the house, so you just gotta be prepared for it. There's a really good spray that I use. I think it's called Rocco and Roxy. I'm gonna put the link in the description for you guys. So definitely invest in something to clean your floor. If you have carpet especially, you want to get that smell out, because wherever they make a mistake in the house, they're going to want to go back if they can keep smelling that. So you definitely want to get those smells out. There's going to be accidents with training. That's just going to happen. If your dog, you know, is not feeling well, there will be times like that. Like, Milo throws up sometimes because he eats things that he's not supposed to be eating, like paper and pens. You're probably gonna get like the least amount of sleep when you first get your puppy, because they're gonna wake up every couple of hours. I think Milo used to sleep in like increments of 3, so he would sleep for like 3 or 4 hours. I used to be up at like at least 5 a.m. with him to take him, you know, to the potty. That first month, you're definitely gonna lose out on some sleep. So that's something you gotta be prepared for sure. And then also prepare to just take responsibility for your dog. Like, if your dog, you know, poops, pick that ish up. You know, train your dog to be friendly and to be around people. You don't want your dog to have an issue where he bites somebody or anything like that. You gotta put time and effort into your puppy, and it will be definitely worth it for you and for him or her. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are thinking about getting a puppy, or you already got a puppy and you're watching this for some insight and tips, I'm always going to keep it a buck with you guys. If you're interested in seeing another video about having a puppy routine, how you should build your day around your puppy when you first get them, definitely hit the like button, and then also in the comments let me know what other information you're looking for. I would love to help out. I hope this video was super useful for you guys today, and don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more videos, and I will see you on the next one.